log into irlonestar.com/tbptx.
Lone Star Community Radio is ready for the summer. If you or anyone you know is looking for summer internship opportunities, Lone Star Community Radio is a great place to grab the mic and be on the air. Lone Star Community Radio offers a great opportunity to those interested in learning about the radio world all year round. Being an on-air personality, talk show producer, or YouTube, TV, podcast editor, contact the station at info@irlonestar.com or call the station's message line at 936-647-3776.
Lone Star Community Radio is looking for those who are interested in hosting their own talk show, with monthly and weekly slots available on FM 104.5, 106.1, and on irlonestar.com. Start your own podcast, create your first YouTube channel, and be on TV. Contact Lone Star Community Radio online at irlonestar.com or call the station message line at 936-647-3776.
Thank you for listening to Lone Star Community Radio. This program was broadcast and recorded live from the LSCR studios in downtown Conroe, Texas. Lone Star Community Radio is supported by listeners like you. Donate and sponsor today. For more information on getting involved with Lone Star Community Radio, contact us at lscrstudios@gmail.com or visit us online at www.irlonestar.com.
You're listening to Lone Star Community Radio on 104.5 KCCW LP Conroe and 106.1 KCCC LP Conroe and worldwide at irlonestar.com. Everybody, and thank you so much for joining us on the Cindy Cochran Show, sponsored by Wootton Financial Group. And Chris Wootton is the head dude over there. He's so great. He's such a great guy. And so he will be on, you'll hear him, he'll do a spot and talk about most asked questions and all that to inform you about your money. And money is a big deal, right? Yeah. So everybody wants to say, okay, do I have enough money to get me through my retirement? That's all I want to make sure, and that the kids aren't going to get it. So that's what's, that's an important thing. So if that's the worry you have, you got to contact them. They've been here over 2 decades. They've been here in the Conroe area. Everybody loves them, and they're well known. They've done so many. There's so much advertising here, Chris, all over the place. But it's great, and just because somebody advertises a lot does not necessarily mean that they're really good. But this guy is really good. So hopefully you will listen to him and have your pencil and paper ready to write down that number to call him. It's an obligation. So, but today is great. This is going to be Richard and Richard and me. It's going to be me and Richard. I'm first. Anyway, it's going to be us, and we're going to be talking about random thoughts. Aren't we, Richard?
You want? I'll do that.
I love Richard. He's so excited to be here. So excited to talk to me for a whole hour. But you said you didn't feel good this morning, so I thought, if you have a headache or you're not feeling good, you may not want to.
I didn't say that this morning, did I?
You said that. You told me that. You just told me.
I didn't say it this morning, though. I just told you. I was like,
You said
with the wife on, I just stay up till 3 a.m. watching television. And I'm like, this is great. And then I realized how old I am now. I can't stay up till 3 a.m. anymore. I feel like at 6. And
oh, brother.
so.
How old are you right now?
I'm 36.
You're 36?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, you're a baby. 36 is. You're 56, but 36.
Yeah. Crazy.
So how many
How old
years?
are you?
74.
That's not bad.
That's not bad. That's a lot more work. I mean, I should be sleeping now.
Well, it's always interesting because today health's such a huge deal with people. Today. Like 100 years ago, no one really cared.
Right.
And you got old guy. Now it's like you'll see 70-year-olds who are muscular, and it's like I've been working on since I was 16 and I never stopped because I want to keep going. And so you get some amazing people.
I know.
Like you. I mean, look at all the medical stuff you've been through. You're a tank.
I have been.
Isn't that crazy?
No.
Everyone, I'd be talking to a doctor that wasn't around you, but like, you should die.
Yes.
You should die.
Yeah, you should not
Thank
be here
you.
right now.
Thank you.
Well, what I hate was when I came in and was talking to the doctor appointment. He goes, "You know you're gonna have a stroke, right?" I went, "What?"
Oh, wonderful. When is it gonna
And
happen?
1 week later, I had the stroke, and I went, "I don't want to go back to you anymore. You're gonna,
Well, I think that's one of the scariest things about the misdiagnosis of certain diseases, like especially like ALS and MS. Like, there isn't like a COVID test for it. Like, oh, put blood on it or sneeze on it,
Right.
and we got it.
Yeah.
And so some people will like go for 10 years being told, like, oh yeah, you have MS, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh no, you didn't. You actually had this blood disease. It's like, so I could have been better 10 years ago if you knew this.
Yeah, because imagine how it works in your brain.
Yeah.
Especially me, because I can talk to somebody and they tell me their symptoms
Doctors are
not
smarter,
yet.
right? You think they like back the gate, they're the smartest people, but no.
Right. No.
No.
I can remember
They're just pill pushers.
the first time I went to the baby doctor. And
You told me you were pregnant?
yes,
Or,
no, I found out I was
buying a
pregnant.
baby?
No, I found out I was pregnant.
Okay.
But I never been to a
OBGYN?
an OBGYN. I never been to one, so I didn't know what
They're
to
probably
expect.
brand new. They when you were pregnant.
Shut up.
It was Pioneer Medicine at that time. They're like, oh, I don't really trust this all in the group.
Yeah, we had those midwives were fine. I just like that. Just give me the midwife. That's all I need. I
Well,
don't need
you
anything else.
think about it, like when that first course happened, you had to go to school. It's like, would you like to try this new position? It's OBGYN position, builds babies. And I was like, oh, this is a new thing. So, hey, imagine the first graduating class. And confidence in that. Like, this is my first year doing this.
So Moss was brand new when we
You
had.
talking about the breathing class?
Yes,
Okay.
when we had. I think it was. I guess it was. CAD. Same with this Moss class, and people said, "Well, it's the big thing. You have to go." And we're the oldest couple there. Everybody else is like 18. It was just, we kept laughing because of the stuff they want you to do. Like, if I said the word, you understand exactly what this exercise.
Yeah.
That there's no way anybody in the whole room could tell you you're doing the exercise. So it was just, we just started laughing. It was just like we were, it was really inappropriate, us laughing. But couldn't take it seriously. And what they put you through and how they make you act and what you have to do and trying to educate you through that. And you get there and you're so nervous and you're going through this pain and you're going and they say, okay, now breathe, now breathe right, you're not breathing right, you're screaming, you got
And
to
then a
breathe
baby
right.
falls out.
Yeah, the baby falls out. And luckily the nurse was there to catch it. No, they got the doctor there in time. The nurse was, it was so funny, they kept saying, I said, where's the doctor? I said, we got to call. We'll call him when it's ready. What's right? Call the doctor. That's what I'm paying for. They said,
That's what
the
I'm
nurse is
paying
there.
for.
The nurse is there. And they,
Yeah.
you know.
They're the real caretakers.
Yes, they are. Of course they are.
The
And
doctors,
so
the
the doctor
just
comes
remember.
in, slatters in and says, hey, what's going on? What's up? So anyway, got me off my subject. What we're talking about? We're talking about, we're talking about having a baby.
Random thoughts.
Random thoughts, because that's why it's perfect. It's a perfect name for our show.
You write it on your hands and you look at it.
See, you'll say something, and I'll go like, no, that's right. And then you keep talking, and you talk over me. I noticed that when I go back and look at the shows, he's talking over me.
Yeah.
That's terrible. Because then you get messed up, but you like that, don't you?
Yeah.
It's funny for you. Isn't it?
Yeah, we're in a dead hole set at 74, so.
I didn't think you'd recognize that. Do you think most people know this of Deadpool? Check it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the funny part is the hoodie that comes over. Is
Well, put it on. Let's sit.
No, no.
What do you want to do there?
I'm
Oh,
sorry.
yeah.
No, the hoodie, when you pull the eyes down, it's like a netting, and it has.
I feel like you didn't purchase that.
No, it's Samuel's,
Yeah.
and so
You just take his clothes.
no. But what's bad is
Well, they only do one day of laundry at Cindy's
Yeah.
house. So it's like
once every
it's-
6
yeah.
months. It's just
if whoever walks down to the water bucket area gets their water.
right. Yeah, scrubs that shirt. You don't have to short the truth, but anyway. So yesterday, so I'm talking about. Yesterday, we had a problem.
We did.
We had Chris Allen on. You know, such a great
He's a lawyer.
interview.
He's
It was
some
so
shit.
good. He's a criminal lawyer here in Congo. One of the most popular ones in Congo. If I had this more time,
I mean, City has it on speed dial.
yeah. No, I don't. I don't have on speed
That's
dial.
why she's wearing the hoodies, because she was in county lockup. She didn't have any clothes. They took all her clothes. And,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Oh, brother. No, I just know that this guy is just amazing. And there's been so many people that are coming into first phase of the law, never had ever had anything to do with the law. And so they don't know where to go, they don't know what to do or who to call. And so I wanted to give our listeners the education of what a criminal lawyer, who he specializes in so many different things, but he knows that there's a lot of students in high schools that are going to jail, and they're facing a felony charge because they didn't know that they had as much of the is it
HC.
THD?
C.
C?
As a cat.
THC. Okay, THC. Okay, THC. What's PCP? That's really bad.
That's another drug.
Hallucinant.
I don't know what it is.
I think that's a
That's a
hallucinant.
workout thing.
No.
I looked it up.
Oh, you're lying. You know what PCP means, don't you? It stands for it's a hallucinant drug. But anyway, so he had the most.
Phencyclidine, that's what it is.
Okay. Yes.
Angel dust.
Angel dust. That's what the generic name is for it. It's a street
Mind
name.
altering effects. Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes some of us need that mind altering effect. Not me. No. I had
So-
more down the line.
Just to let people know, because you take forever to get to the point.
Okay.
The show was corrupted. The audio was jacked. So we're hopefully having Andrew back on to explain how to hide your kids from the police.
No, it's not that. It's just to know who to call
Or
and what to accept.
you pay someone a lot of money to tell you, oh, it's legal to have THC in Texas. That's basically what it is. It's expensive.
But it's not legal.
It's not. That's what I'm saying.
No, it's,
Like, no wonder these kids are getting arrested. Like, they're doing stuff that's illegal, shouldn't be.
they don't know. They don't know it
Yes, they do.
better. They're
What
so
do you think about,
innocent.
they always say that your brain stops developing at 24. Somewhere around that age. And there's an argument for, like, no drinking, no drugs, nothing until
right.
after that.
Right.
And so, because that way, you develop correctly, I guess.
Right. Especially the drugs that they're doing that are so bad for you. And drinking is just, we've got so, blasé about the drinking part of it. And that's just as bad. That's hurting the brain cells and all that. And we're not fighting against that. But the worst thing is the fentanyl stuff has raised the awareness of the drug problem.
Yes.
And they're making it some more scary. I would say scared kids to death about that.
Well, I mean, I think this was, when you're younger, you really don't have the foresight for the consequences. So it's like, oh, I just want to buy these drugs.
Right.
I want to get high. And then it's like, 1 in 15 purchases may kill you, or, whatever the average is. I don't know what it is. But then again, you're buying from people you don't really want to deal with. You don't know where they got it,
And then people come out, the medical group goes out and says, hey, we've got a vaccine you can take now. And we can,
For fentanyl?
for if you have experience.
Narcan. Yeah, you're talking about.
Yeah, Narcan. Sorry.
Pretty cool. You're not without being high on fentanyl?
If I what? Yeah,
Disgusting.
you know. See,
Well,
he knows that I.
what's your issue with that? Well, it's not. I mean, it's just
No.
it's another way to make money of it, but it's also saving people's lives. And
No,
like, I wonder what the return rate of people being resurrected by Narcan is going back to the heroin.
Of course, now I got a way out. All I do is just start getting with mirror, be more close where start
It's like the new
and
life
okay.
alert. It's like the new life alert. Or you have this little bottle around your neck.
Yes,
I'm passed out. I'm sure to shove this in my nose.
yes. That's I can just see that happening. Is like,
Well, what's even crazier about the fentanyl is the way it's prepared. From what I understand, like, they can prep it into a powder, and then if you touch it,
right.
so it's like if say you're a homeowner or you're a friend and you're gonna go visit your buddy, and you knock over something in their room, and you're like, oh, what's that? And then also they're dead.
Right.
But then again, I don't know anyone that percentage goes out and buys fentanyl. I don't know why.
No, but they're blending it with Adderall and other drugs that street drugs.
It's almost like a cruel joke.
Yeah.
Because you know, it's like if you know they're doing that, is it like, oh, we just put just enough is a better product? But you know,
I think that was it.
like, why do you want to kill your customers unless it's like on purpose?
Yeah, I mean maybe that's the theory, the conspiracy theory. Is that they're just getting rid
These
of
are probably some
Americans one by
religious
one.
zealots, or like these are all sinners who take these illegal drugs. They
I
should
just
all
wonder
perish.
if the thought ever crossed anybody's brain was watching that balloon and go, okay, we pop that thing by shooting it down. What if it's full of fentanyl? It just slides across.
What I love is
the
I always
United
imagine
States.
the Chinese government sitting on the other end with the video camera or whatever spy equipment, and they're like, "How's the balloon doing today?" And, they're drinking their coffee or whatever. And they're like, "Oh yeah, we're right there, we're right here because California's pretty good." And then when they get like, yes, a plane's coming towards us. If the balloon stays completely still, no one will notice it.
Oh, look up.
And then they're like, oh, they definitely saw it. They definitely saw the balloon. What do we do? Well, we can't really go get it. It's floating. It's like, well, I mean, the idea was to make a balloon.
Because we were going to try to tell them that the weather balloon and it got off course. That's what we thought we would,
Oh, yeah.
would
I
do.
don't see why not.
Yeah.
Well, what's creepy about it is the more you read about how big it was.
Yeah. Two bus,
I think it was 200 feet.
buses
I think it's
long.
200 feet tall.
Right, like 4 football fields, but about 2
that's
buses
big.
tall. It's just the equipment itself
Yeah.
was that large.
Pretty crazy,
So,
right?
Yes, and they haven't gotten everything out of there yet, though. They're still searching. It was so smart to do that in salt-based water, wasn't it? That just
Well, that's what's so funny. Is, if I was in charge of countries, and especially like the animosity China has with Russia or with the United States, if I was China, I'd be constantly messing with the United States. Because,
I think they are.
yeah, because if you imagine how the media is, especially here, it's like, some guys like, let's put a balloon up there, put like one of our old satellites on it.
Right.
I think it's something like a spy thing, I guarantee you. And it's like, this is best.
And while they're doing that, we're gonna invade Taiwan. That'd be great. That just thought the worst bet the balloon.
I wish we had like a world politics guy or lady on, because it's like, what's the benefit of going to Taiwan? Like, because what resources they have that are so scarce that you can kill people for?
The chips.
Yeah, but like, you could just do economic trade with them to get the chips.
Not if
not
Chinese. Not if China got them. If China has to one of eight.
That's what I'm saying. Like, what's the incentives to just not liking Taiwan? Every time I read about Taiwan, it's like, if it's really about ships, they could probably just strong arm and make a better deal and get ships. But I was like, maybe there's some prejudice with Taiwan. They like hate Taiwan. God.
Well, it's
Like,
just
it's kind of like Cain and Abel or something. Back in the day, something happened and you killed my dad, so we just hate each other.
right. It's a little more complicated than that, but I think that it's going to be interesting.
So I'm saying you should have someone on so I can learn more about that.
Okay, all right, I'm sorry. I'll
You don't know anything about it. You listen to Fox News.
look. I'm telling you, I listen to CNN and their garbage, and then I have to come back and get my head cleaned out with the Fox News because I'm like, oh my
Fox News is
goodness.
terrible.
How was it terrible?
It's just a production or everything. Seeing it's terrible too.
Yes, it does.
MSNBC is terrible, but I mean,
Of course.
well, I think what's kind of confusing about it is, would you prefer to read a news article or watch somebody talk about a news article?
Watch somebody talk about it.
Because there's so many like for example, if you pick up like a USA Today, and then you pick up a Wall Street Journal, and then what's another big newspaper that's more across the country? I don't like the News Chronicle. What's another big one?
The Washington
Post. The Washington Post. I guess is a big one. But then, like, it's always interesting to read those three papers with the same story, and then you watch the news people on TV do the same story, and it's always there's all disconnects.
Right, and what's really interesting is because it's like the New York Post was so liberal that when their headline in front of the picture says
Even the Washington Post?
no,
New York Post.
the New York Post was so liberal.
Back in the day?
No, it has been up to where they started dogging Biden, and they called him Laden.
I always thought the New York Post was more of like what we call one of the brag magazines, like the sensation magazines.
Well, they do. The pictures they have on the front of it and all that are real sensationalized and all. But usually it's against the conservatives, and so it has changed a little bit. And they were dogging Biden about his speech last night.
Talking about New York Times?
New
Because I think you're mistaken.
New York Times. I think you're right.
Oh.
Look at what's the Post in New York? New York. What's it called? New York. Anyway, they were showing it on Fox, so that's where I got that from. But they kind of switched over, and they're not allowing Biden to get away with things that he used to be able to get away with, and they're now on the trail of Hunter Biden. And so
That's just news.
well, I mean, but it's pretty damning news, and so whenever they talk about him and talk about how bad how many Pinocchios he got for the speech last night. Because did you watch any of the speech last night?
No.
Probably not. Your wife's gone, and you were bowling though. You were just
I was reading about Leonardo DiCaprio. Like, is he dating or not dating? And how many people really care about him dating a 19-year-old?
yes.
Is he not? We don't know.
Well, everybody said he is, and see, you're getting. Wait, I'm going to tell you about this speech. If you didn't watch it, I watched every minute of it, and then I watched.
Coherent?
Yes, he did a better presentation than he has in a long time. I don't know what they shot him up with before he got off stage, but he did better. But he kept saying, and the Democrats kept saying that the Republicans want to take
Medicare or whatever.
Medicare. And so he says that in the speech, and I think he did it purposely because he wasn't shocked that the Republicans are yelling, liar, liar, doing all that. And he said, just come to my office, I'll show you where I got this memo. It said, some of y'all, not everybody, but some of y'all are going to sunset. And that's not true. It's off the table, and it's just trying to get that narrative that they keep pushing because they're trying to distract. But I bet you that's going to help him get the nomination for running for president in 2024 because he did a good job. He sounded like a Republican because of the things he kept saying. We're going to get those polls in.
I don't like the crowd. It's boring.
You know, like what?
The state union to me is always boring.
Well, this one.
It's a bunch of grandstanding. Like, my favorite is when they do the special guest star.
Oh,
You know, it's
yeah.
like, look at this family, look at this man. He walked 4,000 miles to feed his kids, and then the Democrats took his legs. You know, so, I mean, it's just wild stuff like that. And, like, I remember when Donald Trump had Rush Limbaugh on, I was laughing. I was like, man, in like 1,000 years of Russell never thought he'd be a special guest because just how much.
And he gave me that medal.
Yeah, he just searches the pot every day. That's like, he's literally a basement conspiracy theorist. Like, he broadcasted from his basement. You know what I'm talking about? When he moved the studio?
Yes.
So he like, literally became a basement conspiracy theorist.
But he was right. He was right.
So
Every time he said he was right.
Alston's right like half the time. So,
Well,
but he's like completely
anyway,
out.
Yeah.
You know,
He's in the subtle of that. But he's. It amazes me though that
who's the designated survivor?
the designated.
There's always a designated survivor for the State of the Union.
I can't remember what they named.
Did they name who it was, or you supposed to figure it out? Like,
Oh, they said who was sitting out in the hall in case.
cause I would vote for that position every time. Like, I don't want to be here when people are booing each other. And
It was bad. It was really bad. But that makes it fun. And when when Obama was talking like
have fun in
get
this
out.
country. This is how we're acting. Like, that's not fun.
Well, they made it where it's fun because that's the only thing you can have is propaganda. Because they do it more like the British do their parliament. Is they started like, okay, you're gonna say that, you're not gonna get away with saying that in public with all these people watching.
No one cares.
Well,
No
somebody
one cares. No
cares.
one's held accountable.
Oh, right. I agree with that.
Well, I mean, I think a great example is this Ukraine thing. Because I feel like every week as a country we change our tone. Like, we're not sticking to something just like, oh, this week we gotta give them more money, and it's like, oh, this week we should not be giving them more money. And I think my favorite one was talking about tanks. Like, oh, we're not gonna do tanks. And then like 3 or 4 days later, oh, hey, we're gonna tanks.
Oh, we got some things on that.
Well, that's
Resting us
and
in us.
you get all you want in the city. You know, we're gonna do all these great things, and it's like, all right, cool.
You can tell that his whole speech was very political, and that's good. But he tested it on us, and now he's going out and he's going to do the tour.
There should be more risks involved for being a politician. Like, parliament federation should be an option. Because that's for the fear and accountability. It's like, we didn't get the Medicaid cut like we said we were. Well, you know, like, we're not going back to Louisiana because that's where they're gonna get us. We're not going back there. We gotta flee the country.
Well, I think that it's so interesting the standing up and sitting down. And McCarthy, I wish you could have seen it because I'd love to see what your reaction to him was. McCarthy,
Well,
he should have drank a monster right before.
he should have taken a kneel.
No, he should have drank
He should have kneeled on the ground.
He should have just drank a monster before he gets set there. Because you're watching him just the same time you're watching Biden, and he's sitting back in that chair, and his eyes close long enough, and too long.
That's such a power move. That's what I'm saying. It's boring. It's like,
And then the Republicans would get mad by himself. He said, and they start going rumbling, or they start and then he's trying to go. He's on the whole time, and he's seen enough of these to know that the person, like, he's seeing where Nancy Pelosi was
everyone with the sunglasses that had like open eyes.
Yeah, that's really what he, because he looked like he was about to fall asleep, and I thought oh my goodness, if he falls asleep, it's going to be, all over everything. But he was very good, and he was very polite to everybody, and it was just, it seemed like he and Biden shook hands. It was so sweet, but it wasn't like Nancy Pelosi who does.
It's just old people.
What?
Just old people.
Well, that's what the girl who's on MSNBC.
I don't know.
She's talking about, all those old people sitting there. All those old people. Hundreds and hundreds of old people sitting there. And the only one that had a mask on was Bernie Sanders. And that's all she got out, like the whole thing. So she kept talking about Bernie Sanders wore a mask and nobody else was wearing a mask. And all those people gathered, smushed up against each other.
Yeah.
and they were all going to get COVID and flu and everything. But anyway, it
It didn't
was,
have time to change, right?
it was something to
I bet Bernie's the type of guy who'd be like, well, I paid for this and I gotta get my use out of it. And
no. His hair is like
the thing, it reminds me of that older, you know, kind of the old grandpa.
yeah.
Or it's like, I've had these socks for 40 years because, you know, like, I paid good money for these. I gotta get the full use out of them.
Yeah. Never on tangent. It's okay. It's all right. The State of the Union, he comes up to the State of the Union. Everything's flowers and everything's great and it's
Yeah.
wonderful. He didn't talk about the balloon. He didn't talk about
Why would you call it a
the,
balloon?
the immigration thing. He didn't talk about. There's
You
so
talk
many
about
things.
Ukraine?
Huh?
You talk about Ukraine?
No.
So you just
No, I don't. Unless I got.
what was there to talk about?
That or something. Well, he talked about. I don't think he talked about that. What a big deal. Oh no, he did. He said, and we're the United States. We're gonna stand by Ukraine. And I thought we should do this and that. But he never did even China of all people. He did say that we showed China, we showed them that we're not going to take this. They can't do that. So 1 week later, when they shot it in, it flew all over the United States and military bases, and then we shot it down. But we showed them. It was just amazing, and they did get any of the intel.
Well,
that
I
they
mean,
wanted.
let's be realistic. The reaction from governments, like, some things are so out there, they're not ever going to react correctly in the way people think logically. It's like, I can totally see that balloon thing going up on their radar, and they're like, that's weird, what is that? Like, oh, the balloon's pretty big. Well, how do they know it's from China?
NORAD said when they came out of China and across the oceans, across this,
Yeah.
they're telling them about it. So they know about it 2 days before somebody from the United
Do we
States on the
ship
ground
now? Do we
sees it.
Get it? Like, how do we get it?
But a 10-year-old says, "Give me my pop gun. I will
Yeah.
get this thing out there." And it's ridiculous that,
I don't know.
that the residents know. Shoot it down. You're over Alaska. You're over ice. It's not going to hurt the stuff that comes down. We'll be able
We
to
don't know.
get it.
It could have been a child in it. You know?
And Andreas.
A puppy.
Shut
Throwing a puppy in the satellite.
Random thoughts. Okay.
Yeah.
So that would have made sense. And so the things that they do just do not make sense. If there are sworn enemies,
That's what I was trying to tell you. It's like, we're not privy to all the information, so you'd be amazed, like, what the potential is for these kind of people. Like, it's just the most random stuff you never think about. It's like, oh. But let's just wait a week. Maybe that was somebody.
what?
I'm gonna bet. It's like, oh, but that thing isn't stay there for a week. I put $2 million on it. Just wait a week, and then you shoot them.
Do you think Vegas after they
yeah.
got it, said, okay, let's
Well, I mean,
spend
think
on
about
something?
like Bohemian Grove and the kind of secret society stuff. Like, people learn just weird stuff that's you're like, okay, cool. Like,
No, I think we would all dig a hole in the ground if we knew everything that was going on, But a lot of things get taken care of, and we never know about them and all that. But to be made aware of things, and then see how little they're doing. They're not communicating with us. They're not even mentioning this fact. Just we're watching it happen, and so the good news.
well, the real question is, are we going to send another one? Because it's still an easy thing to do.
Let's
So slow con, right? It's like, this balloon's going to take at least 6 months to get over there. We'll see what they do this time.
I think we need to send one over there and have it more decorated. That was so.
Well, if you really want more people, I'll have to start sending them everywhere. Start sending them out.
Yeah.
We're going to Russia. We're going to Saudi Arabia. We're going to Africa. We're going to, Antarctica. Why Antarctica? We don't know.
And play music on it. So everybody hears the music and Stairway to Heaven or something like that would just drive people crazy. I'll do that.
Yeah.
But I think the funniest is the memes that they started doing. They had Alvarez when he hit the home run.
Yeah.
and they hit the balloon. There was another one that they did. I can't remember what it was. It was just funny. It was just like that. We are that way. Let's just make fun of it. We don't understand the implications. We don't really take it seriously. One day we might have to, but you see how it's amazing when Richard and I start all these conversations. You don't want to be doing drinking games if you're a drinker about how fast it's going to be before he gets me off on another subject. We start talking about something else. We started out with what happened to the show when it went down, and that we're going to see if, Chris said, don't worry about it. If you need to do it again, he's up for redoing it. So we'll have him back in and make sure that we do that. But I just felt so bad because he did a great show. He gave us so much information about all the ins and outs of what to do. What?
I never need a lure.
You don't ever want to need one, but it's so comforting to know that there's one right down the street that has the knowledge, the information, and that knows everybody, knows all the judges, knows all everybody else, and knows what they'll do and what they won't do. And so,
Cool.
what's bad about that? That's good. It's like, don't you want to know your doctor?
No, I want a robot. That's my doctor.
You want
A robot. I think it would be cheaper.
really?
Yeah.
You think so?
I want somebody to touch me up.
So, yeah, you didn't have to pay all that money for
With your hands.
going to college
Yeah.
and being a doctor. Yeah, and since always be stainless steel, that would be,
Yeah.
I mean,
It's fine with me.
that'd be pretty funny to see in loss. But I don't think that's going to happen. I don't think you'd ever want to have a robot or something that, well, surgery, they probably
Yeah,
have
they
a
have
robot.
robots. They do robots that do surgery.
Yeah,
But I think they're assisted by humans.
I hope so. I hope that's always the thing. But it's be comforted by the fact that it's a human who did the input of the knowledge and the intelligence to this AI. So be comforted by that. I don't know if God put the intelligence into him. Was it right? Was it this?
Oh, I dropped my pencil. Like,
I loved Will Smith's the movie.
I
Robot.
don't think you're talking about the slap.
iRobot.
Keep your wife's name out of your mouth.
I wasn't talking about the slap. I was talking about Will Smith in the movie iRobot.
Yeah.
It was great. It was so great. And you still have a Chris Rock and first, commenting back to him like, it's okay, man, we're cool, and all that.
I don't see why I need to.
Well, I think it would
This is kind of
it would make
awkward.
Will Smith see better than if he
Probably
does
not. I don't think Will Smith really cares.
You don't think he really cares? He's ready to do a movie, too.
I'm glad. He always,
But that's a shame, because he was good. He's so good. And he had to have been drunk. But she had a strong one.
I don't know. Maybe he had a fear of his wife put into him.
She didn't, pinch his arm or
Maybe. I
hit
don't
him
know. I
or
don't know
anything.
the marriage. She might give him the look. Like, are you going to do something about this?
Go slap that. Okay.
I mean, I've seen women do that.
So I'll give you the look and
Kind of tell her, tough luck.
you're so brave behind that mic. But I know when you go and
I'm not
she's
going to
like,
endanger my life because you're upset about something. Yeah, I'm going to go hit that guy. That's real smart.
yeah, you want to live your life like we've been able to live our lives because I can make these movies. But I'm going to go up there and just ruin my reputation and nobody will ever harm me again. I'll be right back. That's the stupidity of some
Yeah,
men.
it happens.
Men. Okay, so the next thing is we got the Super Bowl coming up.
Yeah.
And I don't know who you want to win.
That's sort of a game. I'm not going to watch it.
You're not going to watch it?
Yeah.
Are you betting on it?
No, why would I bet on it?
I don't know. Do you bet on anything?
No.
Okay, well, all right, fine. Now, I'll tell Sam, all right, I'm going
It
to
could be a good game. And then but I mean, the Super Bowl to me is always. I think I actually hate about the Super Bowl. You ever watch basketball or watch, a lot of you watch like college football?
Sure. Yeah,
For some reason, any like regular season game is normal to me, right? But when it's like the Super Bowl, I feel like everything is stretched out so long.
so scripted.
Well, I mean that's like, and I don't know that it's true or not. I feel like they add 20% more advertising into the production of everything because it just feels so long. Like, man, this is like, when is halftime gonna be over? Let's get back to the game. But I don't really know the beats. Like, how long is the halftime normally? Usually like 10 minutes.
Halftime?
Yeah.
Well, not in Super Bowl.
Well, that's like normal football. Is it like 10 minutes?
No, I think it's longer than that because they do a lot of shows. So
Yeah, but then the Super Bowl is like double the length.
probably because they have to get everything off the field.
I don't really enjoy watching Super Bowl because it's like you're used to watching football, and this is like a slower version of football. It's
Sam,
crazy.
who is this person they got entertaining? I have no idea.
I haven't known either.
And I think they're.
Didn't I try to explain that to you about the New Year's Eve drop on ABC? Is they had this thing where they were dropping the ball in like Louisiana, California, where Disneyland is, and Disney World, and New York. And it was like all these singers that I've never heard of. And I go online and they're all Disney people. The Disney kids who grew up. So they were on a show, when they were 16 or 14. And then now they're 19, 20, and they're trying to launch their careers. And then, like, I was like, you're at Disney World, you're not singing a Disney song, you're singing some random song that probably no one's ever heard. You see the reactions from the crowd, like, who's this person? Like, we're here for New Year's Eve. Who's this person?
Well, they keep bringing back people. That's what's fun to me. They'll bring back people to entertain again. It's like, we've seen their show. I don't care about singing again.
I don't really
like,
get the hype around it because
Jill did good. I mean, she was very energetic for her show.
Again, this is something that like, we watch normal football. They don't do a halftime show. So it's like, why is this unique side of money grab? Like, this isn't something where...
Because we're charging for the commercials and it's a celebration. These two teams that made it.
Yeah, but I've seen this. I'm talking about halftime. The halftime show to me, you use it as a stepping stone for people's careers where it's like, hey, I've got a new album.
Right.
I'm an entertainer. Let me entertain you. Come to my shows.
Right.
Like, every time I see the halftime show now, I feel like this is trying to sell me Dr. Dre tickets. It's just like, oh, cool, we did something. You like it? And it's like, it's alright, yeah. We can watch football now, like, can move on.
Yeah, I'm sure the football fans that really want to see the Eagles or is for the
I don't know, I guess
Eagles.
what I'm trying to say is that it feels out of place.
It can be out of place.
It feels out of place.
The push and the advertising and all that stuff.
I get
goes
that.
to-
I get that, because it's a
special
big
day.
game. It's a big game. I'm talking about the halftime show itself.
Well, they should drag out the whole thing so
Yeah.
that you get your money.
Well, I was saying, yeah, it's like someone randomly goes, hey, man, why don't we just do this crazy show that had nothing to do with football, and we make it a social event. Like, people talk about it. Every year, this one's going to talk about what we're talking about right now.
Right.
Because
Well, the reasons others out there watch the commercials, see how they did commercials and what they're like, and they just kept getting worse and worse. And I was like, I don't get this. Why are they? It just didn't make sense. And to see a commercial waste that much money, that much time, and not sell the product that they're supposed to be selling, they sell the.
I hope I see another Jesus was a refugee commercial.
What is that?
You haven't seen that in football games on Sunday?
No.
Monday, yeah. It's
Oh,
Jesus is a refugee.
He gets us.
What?
Yeah.
Was he a refugee?
Yeah. That was strict. I don't.
Yeah, I like it. I like those kind of commercials. It's not, and every day you see like a Christian commercial.
Yeah.
Okay.
How much they charge them as opposed to Budweiser. horses. Have you ever seen the water horses?
Yeah.
In person?
Clydesdales have been down here.
Do they do the parade?
Yeah, I think when they're down here for the Santa Claus town on Main Street, or what they call it, like Controversial Celebration. There's like 5 events for winter, for Christmas here. They have tree lighting, and then they have like the winter celebration, which is for the kids over at Heritage Place, and then they have parade, and then Main Street throws on a Main Street thing where they have fake snow and
Well, the rodeo parade is coming up
yeah,
18th.
Yeah.
Yeah. We should get Chris, who's the receptionist across the street. But he's not called a receptionist, he's a staff
administrator.
administrative specialist.
Yeah, whatever.
And have him, they have all the stuff laid out in front of his little book there. And we need to get him to come over and read, okay, on the 18th, this is going to happen, and this is going to happen. Because, we should ask our PI guy, okay, tell us the things that are going to happen.
Yeah, well, it's kind of weird because that Godsend parade isn't really the city.
Right. I mean, actually,
it's not
they're
really-
advertising the one that's going to be in.
I mean, the advertising part from the position is, hey, it's going to be busy down here, trying not to park. They're closing down roads.
I don't know.
That would be the first thing the city would tell you, instead of like, oh, we have a parade.
Well, they used to come from Memorial Park and going to the Astrodome.
Isn't that right?
Every time I ran into those people, I had to wait and had to go across. And I wasn't very patriotic about it. I was like, oh, can't you find another, go over the freeways instead of go across the freeways? But the circus one, I didn't mind because it was more entertaining watching them pass. But anyway, we want to, in this program, I know y'all hate that. I just hate it. We have to end it. But tomorrow, we're going to have a mystery guest because we don't know if the guest remembered about it or not. So I'm going to have to find out right now.
People down here are losing their minds. Yeah.
It's crazy. It is.
How busy downtown is getting?
It's,
What about the lake? What's going on with the lake? There's so much. Every time I get a restaurant, and there's, they're rebuilding another one.
Except for old people, though. They've got all these, also,
And speaking of old people,
the retirement things are going up like crazy. Down.
I went to go visit my grandmother. She's now, I think, 2 years in the retirement home, and now it's fully booked. She's telling me this is the first time they have everything is done. They just built it a couple years ago, and COVID hit, so they stopped taking in people. But she was an early bird, so I think she was like, of the floor she was on, it was one of 4 people instead of like one of 30. And she's like, it's totally different now. She's so many people.
I love your grandma. She was so much fun. I thought that's so weird that you talked about her. Cause I thought about her the other day when we sat over at the cafe and talked, and she was great.
She was talking so much trash about people and just being loud. I'm like, what? Like, you don't need to say things. It doesn't matter.
But that's well, she likes where she is. That's good because it is growing. It's growing crazy. They're gonna have to put more stoplights.
So let me ask you this, and I was trying to ask my wife this in the nicest way possible. I wanted to frame it where I didn't come off as like a bigot or something. So what amazes me is the services that are catered to in assisted living homes.
Mm-hmm.
And I was thinking to myself, I was like, I wonder why this is the norm for anything. Like is there a place like a hotel I could stay at, or like an apartment or something, and not get catered to this much?
Sure.
And I'm like, but it's not like, I don't think I can think of any place where they'll come and do my laundry, they'll come serve me, they'll come, and they do all these things for you. And they used to be like that. Like any hotel you go to, just like that. But now it's like, here's your towel already in the room. You don't need anything from us. And like, and it's
one sheet change.
What are you talking about? Like,
but there are places like that right across from
to live.
Live there. You can live there. It's those condos across the street from Market Street, Thistledown, Woodlands. look into those. That's where you want to go. My sister wants the same thing.
So
She
they
said,
would
"Oh,
have
hey,
for like 30 people instead of like 2.
yeah, you call down and you want your food, and you call down and you need this, and then you call down and you bring you that."
I always thought it was like an assisted living thing. Like, that's what you're paying for. But it won't let you live there. It wouldn't let me live with my grandmother, even if I paid the full price. Go, we have rules.
What do they want? Have you asked them?
Yeah, I have.
And they said no, you couldn't live with your grandmother.
Well, it's something like doctor's note. Because the floors have different things.
Oh,
so, like,
yeah. Yeah.
where she lives on is like the final one.
Right.
So, or 5, sorry, it's the lowest level. 5 is the lowest level. So it's like, oh, she's by herself, she's independent, but it's enough to where we have cameras everywhere. And she doesn't scan anything. We know she doesn't scan anything for more than, like, I think they're saying 48 hours to just check up.
Well, sure.
Like,
Well,
every time she scanned out of her door, scanned the elevator or whatever, it's like, you know, oh, she's moving around.
Miss Big Brother 84. Oh,
Well,
man.
so,
It's great. I think they
for-
need to have that in the classrooms at school. But it's the privacy thing. Like, what?
Well, it's
what
not
is it?
cameras in her room.
They don't say they don't have cameras in the classrooms. I wish they did have cameras in the classrooms. And my daughter's teacher, she said, but that'll never fly. That will never ever fly.
Oh, I
There's
bet.
not that.
I bet you got probably 10 years until somehow, for some reason, they have cameras.
And then the robot will come.
Yeah. But the thing is, though, it might not be the same thing you're thinking of. They might have cameras, but they won't have anyone access it but the administration.
Well, then that's no good. You
That's
gotta
what I'm saying.
have,
Like, they're not going to give you an app they have on your phone. Let me go check on city. And
well, no, but I mean, they need to have where they have access to security because these schools are so huge and they can't afford the security. So they only have like 1 or 2 people there and they can't make it across. They just need to be able to be, okay, check on room 402 because somebody's there that shouldn't be in there.
So I got a question for you. Then I got to end your show. But I don't really understand. I was reading about Conroe and Grove in Montgomery County. Montgomery IC, Conroe IC, and they were talking about the projections for school systems. They need to add this many more campuses. And it said like they wanted to add like 3 more 9th grade campuses. And I'm going like, why would they add 9 or 3 more 9th grade but no high schools? Because it's not like after they graduate 9th grade, they just don't go back to school.
I think that's what they're hoping.
But you know what I'm talking about? And I was like, I mean, it's crazy to have one campus dedicated to 1 grade. But after 9th grade, they're going into high school or going in. So, but you only have 1 high school. If you have 3 campuses for 9th grade, are kids just not graduating or not going to the next grade? Because if you only have 1 high school, you're going to flood the 10th grade, right? Are we missing something?
I think that,
Is there something that happens now at 9th grade that I missed where it's like, I'll give an option to go back to school or not, and now in today's world?
no, I think the room that they had built into these high schools, it took so long to build high school that it was already too small for the kids that are coming in. And you have to think about the migrants that are coming in.
Well,
The
the growth is there, but I'm asking,
growth is
I'm
hard.
asking like the 9th grade transition, because the school I went to, there wasn't a 9th grade campus. So, like, you were always on, like, you're in high school, so 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th.
Right.
So in my mind, it's like, all right, so we're changing up the way school works. We're going to create a whole new campus, and you're going to go to the school for a year, this campus, and you're going to go to Conroe High School.
Right.
So, but in my mind is like, if we have 3 9th grade campuses and we're all going to go to 10th grade at one
Same
campus,
time, yeah.
it's like,
Yeah.
what's going on?
I don't know. But I think that it's interesting.
Is 9th grade like a pivot year where people fail or
Well, it's
yeah.
the 6th grade. Remember they took 6th grade and put them into junior high. That was ridiculous. Because the 6th graders are still playing G.I. Joes.
Yeah.
And then they put them into 7th grade where all they think about is girls and how to get the girls out,
I was in middle school. I had 6th, 7th, and 8th.
Oh, but they had changed it at one time. I don't know what year it was. They changed it. They put the 6th grade into junior high, and
Yeah,
people were fighting
I follow
against
that.
that because the 6th graders were too young. they weren't ready to go into a junior high where the way the kids are. Now the floors are all sectioned off for this is going to be only ninth graders, could be only slower, 10th graders, and 11th graders, and all that. So they sectioned that off to try to keep them separated.
I just can't imagine going to school for 1 year at this place and going to a completely different place.
Being dumped into high school.
Yeah.
Well, I think.
But then again, it's whatever. I mean, kids are kids.
But the middle school thing is the treachery. I mean, that's where so much bad stuff happens, and they're really trying to find themselves. It's just
So weird.
So weird. Kids. Okay. Anyway, again, thank you, Saucer, Wootton Financial Group, and listen right, because as soon as we're talking, you'll hear Chris Wootton, and he will explain it all to you. So anyway, thank you so much, and thank you, we love our first responders, and so we love you, we respect you, we admire you. Thank you so much.
Every week, people ask the same two questions. Are they ready to retire? Will their savings last for their lifetimes? Hi, this is Chris Wootton with Wootton Financial Group. Our firm has been in Montgomery County for decades. The hopes and dreams of the people we serve never end. We help answer these two questions and many more that people have about their uncertain financial future. We have a simple introductory client experience that allows us to get to know the client and includes a few meetings for the client to get tired and mature. We provide a concise, one-page summary that helps the client get a better handle on which questions are the right questions for them. To learn more about Wootton Financial Group process and helping their clients to a clear financial future, and to see their contact information, visit Cindy Cochran show page on irlonestar.com/TCCS. Wootton Financial Group is a proud sponsor of the Cindy Cochran Show. Wootton Financial Group is available by phone at 936-449-5952 or visit them on the web at www.woottonfinancial.com. That's www.woottonfinancial.com.
This program is sponsored by the Wootton Financial Group. It is not the intent of Wootton Financial Group to render or offer personalized investment advice or financial planning advice through this radio program or any related website. Wootton Financial Group's participation in this program is limited to providing general information on financial matters and should not be construed as financial recommendation or investment advice. Investment advisory services are offered through Game Plan Advisors, Inc., a registered investment advisor registered with the Securities and Exchange Commission in the state of Texas. Insurance services are offered through Wootton Financial Group, Inc. Game Plan Advisors and Wootton Financial Group, Inc. are affiliated through common ownership, and neither firm is affiliated with the Cindy Cochran Show. No listener should assume that any information presented and or made available on this program serves as the receipt of or a substitute for personalized individual advice from Game Plan Advisors, Wootton Financial Group,